Welcome to Trivia Viral. Our channel covers all the latest analysis and recaps on TV shows and movies, as well as interesting stories and facts that you may not have known. So sit back, relax, and subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying our videos so far. After her father wins her a Michael Jackson Thriller t-shirt at a carnival game and plays whack-a-mole, a young girl wanders out and sees a homeless man with a placard before walking inside a nearby funhouse. Inside, she's afraid by the mirrors and the atmosphere, and she ultimately meets her exact doppelganger. She is terrified by the incident. Later, she refuses to speak because her parents are concerned about her. The therapist instructs them to force her to recount her experience by any means possible, such as reading, writing, or dancing. In the present, an adult woman travels to the beach with her husband and two children, a 12-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy. This video is sponsored by QD. QD is Asia's largest platform for students, tutors, and coaches to find and book lessons online or offline, all from single platform. Sign up at QD today. While the family is having lunch at their beach house, we learned three things. 1. The beach trip was to help the children cope with the death of their grandma. And 2. The girl looks to be scared of going to the beach because of what occurred previously and refuses to go. She grudgingly decides to accompany her family to the beach after some coaxing. The family meets a family friend and their twin teenage daughters at the beach. While the children are gathered at the beach, one of the twins and the woman discuss her soft-spoken personality and her past as a young ballet dancer. Soon after, the youngster wanders off on his own and comes across a man with his arms stretched out and pouring with blood. She notices her son is missing and panics, eventually finding him and deciding that it is time for the family to return home. Later that night, after the family has settled down, the woman tells her husband about her childhood trauma and expresses concern that recent incidents indicate that her doppelganger is on her tail. He tells her not to worry, and the electricity goes out nearly immediately. The child warns the family that there is a family in their driveway as he is preparing to start the backup generator. While the husband tries to scare the family away, she quickly dials 911. Eventually, the family enters the house, and one of the figures hits him with a baseball bat, while the rest of the family traps them in the living room. Inside the living room, the family gets a better look at the family outside their house, who are all doppelgangers dressed in scarlet jumpsuits and carrying a pair of scissors. Before compelling the woman to chain herself to the table, her lookalike tells them a narrative about a princess and her shadow and their bond. She then makes her daughter flee the house with her duplicate heart on her tail, forces the child to play with his doppelganger, and has the husband drag him away to a boat. From this point forward, we see the family cope with their doubles in a variety of ways. After running for a long time, the girl believes she has outrun her lookalike, only to see her appear on the top of a car. When a neighbor notices the noise, she confronts them, but the girl doppelganger stabs him with her scissors and flees. The husband's double pulls an unconscious father all the way to the family's boat, where he is placed inside a bag. He eventually wakes up and throws himself overboard. The boat engine eventually dies, and he falls into the ocean. He eventually returns to the boat, only for him to emerge and seize him. After a tussle, he manages to start the boat's motor in time, eviscerating the doppelganger totally. Back at home, the boy guides his doppelganger into a closet and discovers that he practically mirrors his movements. When he removes his mask, he discovers that the lower part of his face has been charred away. He dazzles him with the magic trick, but when he asks that he repeat it, he successfully confines him in the closet and escapes. Meanwhile, the mother's doppelganger keeps her hostage in the living room and starts slamming her face against the glass table. But the ruckus generated by the boy's escape drives her away. In a hurry, she obtains the fireplace poker, destroys the table leg, and retrieves her son. They are reunited with the girl and her father, and the family escapes on the boat while the doppelganger watches them. At the other family, the wife believes she sees something outside, and the husband pretends to notice it as well, only to reveal that he is teasing her. The twins then emerge from their rooms and converse, and just when they believe everything is fine, a group of doppelgangers wearing red jumpsuits, similar to the first family, all emerge and defeat the entire family. When the first family comes, the wife's double drags her into the house while the father tries to distract the man's double. After a skirmish, the family defeats all of their doppelgangers and returns to the house. The family turns on the television and learns through friends and news broadcasts that the red-clad doubles have been mysteriously appearing and defeating individuals all around the world and have joined hands. The husband wishes to take sanctuary in the house, but the wife insists that they keep moving and flee. The family chooses to take the family car, but when she goes to seek for the key, a lookalike of a still-living wife attacks her. She kills her, but the girl appears as the family approaches the car. They defeat her after a chase sequence by speeding up and abruptly stopping the vehicle, causing her to fly into a tree. The family arrives at the boardwalk in the morning. They see their original automobile burning on the boardwalk, with the youngster standing in front of it. She chooses to get out and stroll to him, only to discover that it is a trap. The youngster moves quickly and forces him to walk backwards into the flaming car, and just as the family thinks everything is over, the wife's doppelganger takes their son. The mother chases them down, as the girl and husband notice that the beach is now filled with red-clad doppelgangers holding hands. She returns to the funhouse and descends into an underground tunnel filled with free-roaming rabbits. She locates her within one of the various rooms and explains her strategy. She claims that the underground facility has been packed with everyone's doppelgangers all along, and that it is now their turn to come to the surface. She claims that she has always been a part of her, and that as a child, her ballet dancing brought her out of the tunnels and into the funhouse where they met. It took her a long time, but she finally came up with a strategy with everyone in the tunnel, which was now being carried out. After a scuffle, the wife manages to overpower her and defeat her by impaling her to the fireplace poker, so regaining custody of her kid. The family reunites and departs. Everyone is relieved until a fast flashback reveals that when the mother's doppelganger saw her in the funhouse all those years ago, she knocked her out, took her Thriller t-shirt, and left. The mother we've been seeing throughout the film is actually the doppelganger, and the doppelganger is simply the real one doing her revenge. This also explains why the doppelganger is the only one of the doubles with concrete speech, while the others in the film make guttural, animalistic sounds. His son appears to comprehend the truth and reluctantly puts on his disguise. What are your thoughts about the story? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe if you would like to see more similar videos, and give us a thumbs up to get more recommendations of our videos. Be the first to watch the latest videos by clicking the bell icon. See you on the next video.